Yes.
No, in my mind now.
Now in your mind. Okay. What were you asking me?
Do you watch different series?
No, I don't. You watch it?
Yes.
Sheldon is your favourite?
No, Penny.
Penny. Yes. Okay. Do you watch it with subtitles?
Which title?
Subtitles
What?
at the bottom of the screen to read. You do in English or Chinese?
Both.
You have English and Chinese
Yes.
at the same time?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
All right. Okay. I didn't know you could do that.
No, it is not. I do that. Just I download and it.
Oh, it's already like this. I see. Okay.
I can choose.
So it's in English and it's Chinese and English
Yes.
at the same time.
Yes.
Great. So it helps your English?
No.
Okay. All
I
right.
just look how is the story going.
I watched Flash last night. Did you watch Flash? You know the show? Oh my goodness, what's wrong with you? Do you know the show, Flash?
No, we don't have TV.
You don't know Flash?
Yeah, we can
Is
say.
this
Flash?
Yeah.
You know Flash?
It's only show in.
Island? Yeah.
No, American show. Oh my goodness.
It's a superhero show.
Yeah.
Last time I see a preview program, just the American Horror Story, and
Oh, yeah.
then just see the cartoon and nothing. I study.
Endgame.
I can't believe you don't know this.
No.
No.
Flash.
Ah. Wait, you know the Chinese.
Yeah, it's great. And then I also watched this one.
Arrow, yeah.
Do you know this one?
Yes.
You watch it?
I don't watch it. My homestead brother watch it.
Yeah, I like this one. It's great.
Homestead little brother.
Little brother.
Yes, his favorite is Flash,
Yeah.
and he buys
Like me, little brother.
and he bought Flash T-shirt.
Really? Okay, alright. He sounds like a great person.
Uh,
Okay. Right, we'll have a look at force now.
Maybe.
Maybe, okay.
Singing very loudly.
And you know what else is good? Supergirl. You know Supergirl?
Yes.
That's a good show too. Supergirl.
Yes.
It's good.
I
Oh.
like Batman.
Hey Batman, do you watch Gotham?
No.
I don't think it's any good. Alright, so we'll look at force. Okay. So you understand this word in English, force. You know, like if I said lots of force, if I push this with lots of force, what does that mean?
Push again.
Power.
Push it hard, yeah, strong. So what do we mean in physics with force? I have a picture of him.
May the force with you.
Exactly, very good, yes, very good. May the force be with you, excellent. So that's not what I mean when I say force, okay? Sorry about that. Now, this is the definition which you would need for the exam. Force is what changes the motion of an object. That is, force will change either the direction, the speed, or both. So this is the key thing about force. It changes the direction, the speed, or both. So usually it changes both. For example, like with the table is not moving, so it has no direction. Then if I push it, its direction is changed. It's now moving there. And what else has changed? Its speed. What's its speed now? Zero. And now it's not zero. Okay. In other words, you don't need to write this part, but in other words, force causes an object to accelerate. So what makes something accelerate? It's the force. Although forces can have other effects, so sometimes you can use a force to change the temperature, or to change the shape. If you press hard, it gets smaller here. But mostly for us, we say if the object is accelerating, then there's a force. So I think you can maybe just, and force is a vector as well. So for example, force has a direction. So the force is this way, or maybe the force is down. I don't need you to write all of this, but I would like you to just write this extra sentence. Force causes an object to accelerate.
Does it mean positive and negative?
Yes, it could be. So that would mean the force is going to the left. Okay. So you don't need to write the rest.
So, should I write down?
Yeah, no, it's
left?
enough. This is enough. This is enough. This is just extra information. You don't need to. Okay. I can continue. And remember, force is a vector. Because acceleration is a vector. Alright. So how do we measure force? What unit do we use? So we use a unit called the Newton. Force is measured in newtons. And the letter is N. So the definition of a Newton of force is the amount of force required to accelerate a 1 kilogram mass by 1 meter per second squared. So this is how much a Newton is. This is what 1 Newton of force will do. And yes, this definition could be in the exam. In fact, they like asking this one in the exam. Got it? Yep. Okay. Now, the relationship between force and acceleration is given by Newton's second law. Later we will do Newton's first law and Newton's third law, but for right now we'll talk about Newton's second law. So Newton's second law, the others we'll look at later. His law says F equals ma. So if you want to know the F, you need to know the m and the a. So this is Newton's second law. So this is a very important law in physics. F equals ma. Please write this down with the title Newton's second law. Oh, I found out we'll get another student. He'll be here, his flight is on Saturday. So he'll be here on Monday. He, yes. Don't worry, there will still be more girls than boys if you're worried, okay? Not worried, okay.
Where did he come from?
I think he's coming, Pakistan.
Pakistan.
You know this country?
Yes.
Oh yeah, like Fahad, yeah. Okay, continue? Yep. So when where F is the force, m is the mass, and a is the acceleration. You don't need to write that down. You probably know that. Now, in fact, Newton's law can be stated in other ways. So this is one way to write the law, but it can be written other ways too. For the moment, we'll use just this formula. Okay? Now, this formula here, let me have a look at that in more detail. If I go to the notes here. Why aren't you in full screen? Okay. So you have F equals MA. So the dimension, well, I'll just write the units here. The units. So what's the unit for F, force? Newton. What's the unit for kilograms and acceleration? In other words, what I'm trying to say is we can find another unit for force. We don't have to use Newton because the dimension of F is the same as the dimension of MA. So therefore, let me just get rid of this. Therefore, the units for F is the same as the units for MA. So let's have a look at MA again. MA, that's M and A. What is M measuring? Yeah, mass. And what's A? Yeah, well, it's length per time squared. So that means you can have the result that 1 Newton is the same unit as 1 kilogram meter per second squared. So they're the same. You can use this or this. Both are fine. Yep. Got that? Yes? Okay, great. Let's go back. Okay, so let's have a look at our first example here. A 45 kilogram girl starts to run from rest with an acceleration of 2. What is her force? So what's happening here, I'll draw it for you. I can draw her better. That's terrible.
Why the girls are wearing this dress?
Because how else do I show it's a girl and not a boy?
Hair. Yeah.
Am I fine? Alright, no, that's okay. No, that's terrible. Hair, huh? I don't know. So what do I say about her information? That the A, I have to go back. The A is 2 and her mass is 45 kilograms. That's a terrible girl. 45 kilograms and the A is 2 meters per second squared. So because she starts at rest and then she accelerates, it's because there's some force that's doing this. So this force is from her legs, right? So the force from her legs that's making her accelerate is equal to MA, which is equal to 45 times 2, which is equal to 90 newtons. So there's her legs are doing 90 newton, or if you want the sentence here, her legs are providing a force of 90 newtons. So providing maybe is the word we should use. Okay, can you write this example down? Yeah, sorry. Okay, will I go to the answer, Amanda? Yeah. Yes, you have this? We're all waiting for Amanda? Yes.
Yeah.
How much have you left?
3 bacon and 1 cheese.
3 bacons and 1 what? The triangle.
Yes.
Do you know what that's called?
Forget.
Hash brown.
Hash brown.
Yes.
Hash
Hash.
brown.
Hash brown.
Why is it called hash brown?
Hash is the way you cook it.
Ah,
Brown because it's brown.
the color.
What is
Yeah.
hash?
Oh, so difficult to explain.
Put in oil and fry.
Yeah, and make little pieces. So when you break it open, there's lots of little pieces of potato. This is hash.
Ah, hash.
Yeah. Like scrambled potatoes, you know?
No.
Uh, little potato pieces. Yeah. All right, next. Hash brown, yeah. Okay. Do you remember this word? Barista.
The Starbucks person.
Ah, he knows barista. A barista is the name of the person who makes your coffee.
Ah, yes.
Remember?
Yes.
Yes.
Should I write it?
I think it's good for your English. Write this down. Yes.
Whole sentence.
The whole thing. It's good for your English.
No.
I want to help your English.
How am I writing?
Yeah. You're writing, you're listening, you're speaking, everything. Yeah.
Copy.
So much English. So good for you.
No.
Ah, yes. So good for you. Who's your writing teacher?
I don't know.
Oh dear, that is a problem if you don't know.
We haven't started writing.
Oh, okay. That's okay. In Chinese, is there a special word for the person who makes your coffee? Like, do they have a special job name? You know, like fireman or policeman? Is there a Chinese word for the person who makes your coffee?
Yes.
Yeah?
I'm not sure.
What is it in Chinese?
Maybe
服务员
咖啡师。
没有吧
No?
No.
I'm not sure. Maybe
Not sure.
maybe have the
Maybe.
name, but we don't know.
You don't know it, yeah.
We all call the same
Same.
people and people.
Coffee person.
Yeah, that's
We call everybody who is make your coffee.
Yeah, It's the same name.
they
Oh.
provide different. Just the name sounds
The waiter.
great, but we call them is the other word.
Oh, I see, okay. So the person in the restaurant or the coffee shop is the same
Yes.
name, alright.
Like the waiter.
Like waiters, okay.
Yeah.
And what about in Korean, Sohee? Do you have a special name for the person who makes the coffee?
The same as English.
Hey.
Barista.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Exactly the same?
Yes, so I know the word.
Oh my goodness, so in Korean, I could hear blah 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 blah, barista, blah 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 blah. Wow.
Wow, cool.
Yeah, that is cool, yeah. So barista is a Korean word, I mean a word in Korea that they took from English.
Yes.
Yeah, yes, okay. And in Malaysia? What's the story in Malaysia?
Well, everyone knows Barista.
Everyone knows it? Okay.
I mean, not everyone in the city because we speak English, but
Yeah.
but the national language is I have no idea what it's.
Yeah, you probably never had to use it before. Yes. Okay. Got it? No. Not too much English.
After last class, too much English.
Too much English in maths class?
Do you want to see?
Oh, show me.
And teachers speak too much
Too
English.
much English.
And very quickly improve our listening.
Literally, this is common.
Yeah, listening test.
Yeah, from here.
Every day is listening test.
Listening and this is homework. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
No blackboard, with a book.
But you said too much English.
From here.
That's not too much English.
Yes, it is.
That's not. My goodness, I thought you were going to show me a page of English. That's not too much English. Don't be
Yes,
silly.
it
Ah,
is.
don't be silly.
It is.
It's
For
not.
us, it's too much.
Ah,
For
it's-
us, is it?
No, don't be silly.
Based on your math class.
Of course, but I'm special. I use very little English. All right.
No.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, I'm showing math.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So, what's happened here? The coffee cup is here. And he gives the coffee cup a push. So, like here, you can see he pushes it and then he lets go.
In the bar.
In the bar, yes, exactly. Here's your coffee, like this. So in the question, I said that the time here looks like, what did I say, 1 second, was it?
Yeah, 1 second.
1 second, okay. And I think I also tell you it starts from rest, and then I tell you what the speed is after 1 second.
Also, his hand is in contact with the.
For 1 second. 30 centimeters per second, yeah? Or if you want, that's 0 meters per second, 0.3 meters per second. So has the speed changed?
Yes.
Yes, so there's an acceleration here. So that means his hand provided a force. So how can I find the A? Well, that's easy peasy. It's just this, isn't it? Easy peasy. So 0.3 equals 0 plus A times 1. So A equals 0.3 meters per second squared. So the F equals MA. But you think the M is, what did I say, 500 grams? Was it? 500
Yeah.
grams? Yeah, so 0.5 kilograms. So this is 0.5 times 0.3, which would be 0.15 newtons. Yeah? It's okay? Yes?
But then, why should you give us an extra information like that his hand was in contact with the cup for 1 second?
But if you didn't know the time, you couldn't know the A.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I understand.
Because in fact, if the time was bigger, it means there'd be less force.
Okay. But isn't it supposed to be? Isn't it supposed to be the time it took for it to go from 0 to 50?
Yeah.
Yeah. But then over here it says you gave like an extra information.
Did I?
Yeah, saying he seems to be in contact with the
Yeah.
cup for 1 second.
Yeah.
So, but then at the end, it's how much force did Barista's hand apply to the coffee over the 1 second of acceleration?
They're the same 1 second. So his 1 second of contact is the 1 second of acceleration. Yeah. Okay, is that okay? I can continue? Yeah? Alright.
Wait, no, no.
Wait, what do you need to write down? The
The
answer?
last one, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, done.
Yes?
Yeah.
Oops. Alright. One more example. Just one more example. Okay. So write this one down, please. You were saying you had your EAP presentation this week.
Next
So-
week.
Next week. So what's your topic you're doing?
Periodic table.
Periodic table. Boring.
There's so much to talk about.
And what are you doing, Grace?
Force and motion.
Good. So he
Same.
same. Amanda
Yeah, in the same team. We're supposed to.
and Amanda.
Three of them.
The
are
three of
same
them?
team, Yeah.
So this is an example of a negative force. This one here, because the car is slowing down. Okay, ready to do this? Not yet, no. Yes? Alright. Oh, sorry. Are you ready? How far are you?
Last.
This force is negative, yes. Are you going to go to the wax museum on Friday?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Oh, it's already tomorrow. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, yes. Oh, that's great.
What time is it from?
I think it's 5 o'clock.
Where?
Wax museum.
Back to music.
Yeah, Sylvia said in an email, huh?
Okay.
I'm not checking.
Oh, you don't know this?
Yeah.
Oh. The students are going to the wax museum tomorrow. You know wax museum?
No.
My goodness.
Is
You
it
know
like
wax
a-
museum?
Is it like a Madame Tussauds or something?
Just the music.
Just million.
Famous people, right? They wax figures.
How do you explain wax museum now?
Like candle, they shape the candle into like.
Yeah, I don't know.
Business.
That's Google.
I'm sure you have wax museums in China.
And they look very lifelike.
Wax.
Wax. Wax.
I'll show you.
照相。
You know it? Here, no, look. I'll show you.
Good picture.
Wax museum. Yeah, Dublin, is it? Yeah.
Yes.
They look like real people, but they're not real people.
Yeah, and it's
Yes.
very ugly. And some Chinese superstar, they say it's not look like the.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Yes, sometimes they are good and sometimes they are bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I do this one now? Yep. Right.
This good in Dublin?
I think the Dublin one is good. The best one is in London.
Yeah,
London is the
no,
best
it's-
one in the
it's
world.
The what? Isn't it?
Madame
Paris.
Tussauds or
Paris.
something. Oh, sorry. No. Is it Paris?
Yeah.
I thought it was, okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're not going to the best one. Alright. Right, so what's the speed at the start, did I say? 100 kilometers per hour?
Yes.
So I need to change this?
Otherwise, it landed, yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. .78 meters per second. Now, what happens is the car stops. He puts his foot on the brake. So later the car will be 0. What else do I tell you about the car? Do I tell you the distance? I think like 100. Okay, so we use v squared equals u squared plus 2as. .78 squared divided by 2 divided by 100. That's actually smaller than I thought. I wonder if we're doing something wrong. A is minus 3.86 meters per second squared. Do I tell you the mass of the car?
Yeah.
I must do. What is it?
1,200.
Oh, it's a small car. It's a Nissan Micra maybe, or Toyota Yaris or something. Okay, so what's making the car decelerate?
The brakes.
Yeah, the brakes.
Brake
Yeah.
pads.
So there's a force here that is slowing the car down.
And friction.
Yes. Later we'll care what the reason is, but for now it's just a force. So F equals ma, which equals 1200 times minus 3.86, which equals minus 4,630 newtons. It's quite big.
Minus because.
Slowing down, yeah. Okay? Yes?
Yeah.
Can I go back to the slides? Now look, before you panic, you can see the questions. They're not so long, right?
English.
But it's good for you. It's good for your English.
No.
Yes. So you can take a picture of this if you want, and then we'll start the next lesson.